Good morning everyone, I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm Mysticle, and it's been a week since you've last heard from me. Well, actually, a week and a bit. But that also means that a lot has happened. And this is our recap video of VR and AR news from the last week, hopefully getting you up to date with the latest VR and AR information. So, let's jump right into the video. The first thing that I've got on our list here is Meta striking once again. Meta is once again killing titles. Last it was Echo VR, now it's 3 more. Dead and Buried, Dead and Buried 2, and Bogo are all getting killed off. 2 of these are first-party originals for the Quest's launch, and all of these are getting killed off next year. To quote, the company sent out emails to all owners of Bogo and Dead and Buried on Friday to inform them that these apps will end services and no longer be supported after the 15th of March 2024. Bogo was a free virtual pet app designed as a demo of the Oculus Quest's wireless room scale tracking and hand controllers. It's one of the few VR apps that adapt to the size of your play space, keeping the interactable area reachable for small rooms while encouraging physical walking for those with larger rooms. Many people are very unhappy about this. A lot point out that this is a piece of history and should at least be kept alive on SideQuest. I completely agree with this. Same goes for Dead and Buried and Dead and Buried 2, as both of these titles are also getting shut down. Dead and Buried 2 was a $20 multiplayer shooter, one of the first FPS titles available on the Oculus Quest. It launched with 2 game modes, a team versus team shootout and a free-for-all deathmatch. An update just under a year later added 3 new modes, a 1 versus 1 quick draw and 2 co-op modes, survival and horde. Given Dead and Buried 2 is a multiplayer title, Meta may be sunsetting it so it no longer has to maintain the servers and related online services, just like it did with Echo Arena back in August. This is very unfortunate to see, Meta sunsetting even more titles. I am one of those people, and I always repeat this, that believes things should be able to be kept alive. If the community wants to keep something alive, let them do it. Give them the source code. If you don't want to give them source code, give them access to run the servers themselves. Multiple other titles on PC allow players to run the servers, therefore not having the company have to use up their resources in order to run these servers. Why not allow people to do that instead? There's a lot of options for doing this, however, just like with Echo VR, Meta is opting not to do so, and instead just killing off the titles. Let me know your opinions on this one down below. I also have some news for you, and I know, yes, it is very close to MetaConnect, and yes, we will be watching it live on this channel, but just before MetaConnect, we've got even more leaks in regards to the Quest 3. We're going to slightly gloss over these, as a lot of you may have either already heard of them or seen them somewhere else. The Quest 3 higher storage model price may have just leaked. VR enthusiast Luna shared an image on X. They say was sent to them by a GameStop employee. It shows a promotional card listing a shipping date of October 10th and a readout from the store's stock system showing 2 SKUs, one priced at $500 and another at $650. This would make sense, as we already knew there was going to be 2 prices of this Quest. You can check that out in this video right up here. So it seems one is going to cost us $499 and the other one $649.99, with the poster showing that 10th of the 10th release date that we saw leaked on a few other places in the leaks again in this video. So this seems to all but confirm it. Again, we're going to know for sure very, very soon, but for those of you interested, we now have even more information. We also have information from PC Link files that reveal official renders with the new Elite strap. As we talked about previously, mounting your current Elite strap to the new headset will not be as simple as just slapping them together. You will either need some form of an adapter or drilling, because of the ports on the new headset are on the headset's arms. Therefore, there will need to be some sort of interface to go through the head strap in order to connect to those ports. Out of the box, the Quest 3 has a slightly different head strap design to the Quest 2, and Meta claims it's more comfortable, but it still looks like it would be comfortable for possibly sleeping in. Yes, some people do that. However, it probably wouldn't be too comfortable for long play sessions. Even though I do know people that continue going traveling with the original Quest 2 head strap and claim it's very comfortable for them. And with an even slimmer headset, this might just be a possibility. While Meta hasn't yet officially said that the Quest 3 strap is also removable, the new render found by VR enjoyer Puffles2 seems to confirm it. And I mean, it would be very, very weird if it wasn't. And we've seen other leaks and images basically confirming that it is removable. It was also seemingly spotted on Meta executive Jason Rubin's Twitter profile picture back in June. So you will be able to buy first-party accessories to make your Quest 3 even more comfortable, in case that's what you're into. And now we just have a slightly better glimpse as to what these first-party accessories might look like. Assassin's Creed Nexus, a game a lot of people are very excited about, now released a new trailer with gameplay and release dates. Ubisoft first announced that it was working on a made-for-VR Assassin's Creed game 3 years ago, during the 2020 Facebook Connect event, and it will be ostensibly exclusive to MetaQuest headsets. Not much was known about Assassin's Creed Nexus VR until the first screenshots were shared in June, alongside a CGI trailer and basic gameplay description. As well as showing a release date of November 16th, the trailer explains how you play as 3 different protagonists from past titles in 3 different settings. In case you want to read more, link will be down below. Again, a lot of people are very excited about this one, and honestly, I can't wait for a made-for-VR Assassin's Creed title. There's tons and tons of fans of Assassin's Creed titles on PC and on consoles. And just like they did with Resident Evil, I can see a lot of people even just wanting to try out a VR headset to try out this game. Hopefully the game turns out to be good. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Now, talking about titles, I know a lot of you love buying games cheap. Well, Humble Bundle has got you covered. No, this isn't sponsored, but there is an affiliate link for this down below if you want to support the channel. Humble Bundle has got a brand new Get Your Head in the Game VR bundle, where if you pay at least $22.51, you will get 8 titles. And these are some fairly large titles for PC VR. These are Steam keys, so do keep that in mind. You will get Grimlord, you will get Demio, which is one of my personal favorite titles for VR. You will get Propagation, Paradise Hotel, I Expect You to Die 2, After the Fall, Deluxe Edition, Zero Caliber VR, Rick and Morty, Virtual Reality, and Stride. These are all fairly large titles. A lot of these you may have heard of, and you'll know that $22.51 is a great value for all of these. So, in case you're interested, links will be down below. It's a great way to support charity and a fantastic way to support the channel as well, in case that's what you're into. The Varjo Aero PC VR headset has had a major price cut. As a matter of fact, it's been cut in half, which is very impressive. It's now $990 instead of $1,990. The Aero is a tethered PC VR headset that launched back in 2021 with the highest angular resolution on the consumer market, a position it solely held until the Pimax Crystal started shipping this year. All of Varjo's previous headsets were for businesses only. Aero was a new direction in selling to consumers. It features 2880 by 2720 per eye LCD displays, aspheric lenses, and eye tracking, enabling automatic IPD adjustment and foveated rendering in supported software. The headset was something a lot of people were very happy for and very excited for, but a lot of people couldn't get their hands on because of that incredibly steep price tag. Now with them dropping the price tag down so much, it's actually quite comparable to the Index when it comes to price, but it does have a higher resolution. I can see a lot of people debating between this and the Index now. Of course, I would hold up on both of those and wait to see what companies have in store for us during the next few months, as some people say things could get quite interesting. The Visor has now been announced with its price revealed. You can now pre-order Immersed Visor with a fully refundable deposit. Visor was announced in August as an ultra-compact productivity headset with OLED microdisplays, inside-out tracking, HD color pass-through, hand tracking, and eye tracking, set to release in 2024 with support for Windows, Mac, and Linux. Immersed says it has an onboard chipset and battery to support a wireless mode and an integrated inside-out tracking from Qualcomm. Immersed is a productivity application, and that is what comes first. And a lot of people were wondering, why would you want a headset that would probably be very expensive just for productivity? Let me tell you, there's quite a big market for that right now. And Immersed seems to have gotten the price at a point where a lot of people aren't actually too scared by it. Immersed claims the headset is built for all-day comfort. It's small enough to fit in the palm of your hand and weighs less than a typical smartphone. Immersed says the Visor will come in 2 variants, one with 2.5K per eye OLED microdisplays, the same resolution as the big screen beyond, and another another with 4K per eye. Pricing for the 2.5K visor is set at $500, while the Visor 4K is $750. But Immersed is also offering a Founders Edition Visor 4K for a limited time, while noting its prices are a close ballpark to the final pricing. So in case this is something you're interested in, I'll leave a link down below so that you guys can check out the visor and let me know whether you guys do productivity in virtual reality. As I do know that to a lot of people, the idea of being able to open tons of virtual displays around you and just kind of look around and move windows from one to the other is quite promising. And I can see even myself working with that when things get a little bit more polished. New Ray-Ban stories have been approved by the FCC ahead of their expected launch at Meta Connect. The first Ray-Ban stories were released a few Connects ago, and quite a few people actually enjoyed them. Unfortunately, they wouldn't allow you to record to anything but the built-in app, which was a massive downside to me, but they had a few interesting features. Luxottica smart glasses were approved by the FCC ahead of their expected launch of the next generation Ray-Ban stories. The current Ray-Ban stories are camera glasses. They allow you to take hands-free first-person videos and photos. They also have speakers and a microphone for music and phone calls, but there is no display of any sort. Snapchat has been selling successive generations of a similar product, the Spectacles, since 2017. Let me know whether you're excited for a new pair of Ray-Ban stories to show up, and what features would you like to see in the new Ray-Ban stories. Hopefully we'll find out very soon whether those will be coming. Apparent images of the Pico 5 controllers have leaked on Chinese social media and now have also seemingly been officially announced by Pico XR, and people are pointing out that these do look very much like the Quest 3's Touch Plus controllers, and they do. I mean, they're just possibly a bit more white with the black buttons, but they do look quite similar. Images appearing to show new Ringless Pico controllers were shared on Chinese social media. A Chinese source tells Upload VR the two images appeared on Baidu Tieba, an online forum they say is somewhat like Reddit. On most VR controllers, the rings have infrared LEDs underneath the plastic in a predefined constellation, which the headset cameras track to determine the controller's position in space. So it's going to be interesting to see whether a new Pico 5 is possibly underway with controllers very similar to the Meta Quest 3. I do wonder what the headset itself is going to look like in this case. Let me know your opinions down below, as I do know quite a few of you guys actually have the Pico 4 and are quite happy with it. I do hope Pico doesn't go all out and just make a headset very similar to the Quest 3. I hope they decide to take a little bit of a different design language, as I would honestly prefer see a bit of variation in the VR market instead of everyone making the same looking controllers and the same looking headsets. Just make things a bit more interesting. I know, if things work, don't fix them, but sometimes it's nice to get a bit of variation. And finally, Meta Horizon avatars now have legs. This is something people have been looking forward to for a very long time, and now you can finally have legs. Unfortunately, you don't actually have them, it's other people that have them, but you do sort of have them, as you get to customize them, but you won't see them. Kind of confusing, but you get the point. That is going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day or night. You guys are all amazing. I'm so sorry for being gone for so long. I did mention during our last live stream that I was having issues, and unfortunately those issues aren't quite over yet. I will of course be streaming Connect. I do have that on my calendar. All the issues will just have to be ignored during Connect Day, but unfortunately I do have to finish all the legal stuff and all the government required stuff before I can go back to essentially living a normal life. But such is life. If you guys want to talk about anything VR related or anything related, check out our Discord, check out our Reddit down below. I want to see you posting your spicy memes on there. Thank you so much to all the amazing Patreons supporting this channel. You guys are amazing. Seriously, thank you so much. And thank you so much to anyone else supporting the channel in any way, shape, or form. And as usual, if you guys want to be notified of fresh content coming up on our channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button with your forehead, ding my bell, and I'll see you again in the next video. Peace.